Hello again. Thank you for coming to these study tips with Ken. So today we're going to learn ANKI. ANKI. So studying difficult vocabulary just before you almost forget it. I'll explain why in a minute. So of course, if you're following along, last time we did the three types of learners, of course, so from our study tip list. And the next time we'll talk about flashcards, pictures on flashcards. So please watch all these study tips we do once a week. We have videos every day, but we do these study tip videos once a week. So as you know, as if you're watching these videos, of course, I'm from here, Memphis, Tennessee, in America. ANKI, our system we're going to talk about today, is Japan. It was started in Japan, I think Kyoto University, but it was started by some guys in Japan, and there's a similar style in America, but this style that I like is ANKI is from Japan. I'll explain what it is in a minute, but that's why we have these on Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday we have games showing how to use this box at home. But also the main way is exactly based on here. You can see, if you can understand the Japanese here, of course, we have next week, next month, next 3 months later. Sorry. So we have three little boxes here. This is an analog way to practice Anki, what I'll explain in a minute. But of course, next month, next week, next month, and 3 months later. So I'll explain why. Now, so you can see here, they have on the web here, sorry, wait a minute. Here we go. So on the web, you can see Anki here. You can see this is a software system where you can download flashcards or you can make your own flashcards, anything you would like. For example, if you check this out on Wikipedia, here it says, let's see, a study in 2015 at Washington University School of Medicine found that 31% of students who responded to a medical education survey used Anki as a study resource. Yet lots of medical people in America are using this because it's a great way to learn a lot of information. So it's useful. So if you want to go, if you have a friend that's going to medical school or law school, it's a great way to learn. It also says above here, of course, this Roger Craig, who was the single day champion of Jeopardy, the most famous quiz show in America, which is a very difficult quiz show. He used Anki also to study lots of different facts to put them into his head. And it's based on a system, sorry, here. I'll put this link for this Anki in the show notes, and also put this link for this software in the show notes so you can download and create your own Anki deck. There's also different Anki decks. It was mostly created to learn languages, like studying English. But of course, like I said, medical students have used it for a long time too. So how we use in my school and how I recommend, of course, the easiest way, the most direct way is using some kind of software. I'm sure on smartphones, you can find any kind of Anki system, memorization system. Sorry, I should explain before I explain the box. The reason, well, we have 3 months, 1 month later, and 1 week later. And what Anki system is built on is the fact that scientists have realized that you should study something just before you forget it. So if you study something like, oh, this is a yellow highlighter. Okay, this is a yellow highlighter. This is a yellow highlighter. Well, I know that. Or this is a map of America. Okay, I know that. But what state, if I'm studying the states, like, oh, what state is this? It's a square. I can't remember. What state is it? So if you remember well, like, oh, this is Kansas. You don't need to study it again. So if you remember well, you can do in my box here, 3 months later, you can, and the Anki software will do this for you. But if you're using my vocabulary card box, 3 months later, I knew that well. That was easy. Boom, 3 months later. But if you're like, oh, it's a square, it's blue, it's in the middle of America. Is it Kansas? Oh, okay, Kansas. Okay, then you kind of knew it a little bit. So if you kind of knew it, of course, next month. So come next month. So easy. So easy to recognize, a little difficult. And this is really difficult. Like, no idea. Crap, what is it? Oh. So then boom. And of course, I'm using 1 week later, 1 month later, 3 months later. But you can use any system in the Anki software. If you have an analog system, like any box you have, you can use tomorrow or next week or next month. So having three systems. So the basic point is how difficult it is, it'll come up sooner. So the software does this for you. Or if you want to use this kind of box system, that'll do it for you. So of course, that way, right before you forget it, oh, it comes up. So if it's easy, bam, it's going to come up 3 months later. I'm sorry, so you can see well. So if it was so easy for you, it's going to come up 3 months later. So then hopefully, not hopefully, sorry, around 3 months time, you might almost forget it. Like, oh, that's right, I almost forgot it. So it appears, scientists have figured out, that when you almost forget it, your brain has to work harder to memorize it, which means it goes more into your long-term memory. So of course, please use this ANKI system. As I said, I'll put in the show notes for this video how to find this system on the web, and you can put in any vocabulary you want. I think you can put pictures there, and it's great. Like I said, medical students in America are using it, so it's a great way to learn well. So hopefully you're using all of these study tips. Of course, like I said in the first one of these series, any of these tips will help you 5 to 17% better improve on your test scores and your vocabulary retention. So I hope you're watching these every week. So of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give us a like below to know that we're helping you with your English learning or any learning for that matter, because these are study tips. You can learn to learn anything. Use them to learn anything. So please subscribe to our channel. And up here, we have other study tips. You can watch along and use the study tips, as I tell my college students, use the study tips that work best for you. And over here, we have some popular videos on our channel. I hope you enjoyed them. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.